Welcome back, thanks for joining me again, and if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Right, today I'm going to be freshening up the van. We've not done anything with it since August last year when we got back from travelling, so it was looking very dirty and neglected, and we've given it a clean during the week and it's come up really well. Really pleased with how well it's looking. The only thing is the bumpers and all the plastic work is looking a bit faded now, so I'm going to give this a try. This is Owtarol Polytrol, and I've heard good things about it. I originally used some Maguire's bumper black, I think it was called, a back to black, something like that. It was like a cream that you rubbed on the bumpers. That brought them up really nice, but only lasted about a week before it all went streaky, and after a couple of weeks you couldn't even tell I'd done it. So this is hopefully going to last a lot longer than that. MOT is due on the van this month, so trying to make it look as nice as possible, get it all looking fresh and clean and loved rather than neglected, and hopefully, fingers crossed for the MOT, everything will be okay for that. So going to be doing all that I can around the van and trying to bring it back to life. As you can see, it's very faded, particularly on the front bumper and the back bumper. The little bit below the fuel filler cap has really faded. I think that's probably due to fuel dripping on it and just taking bleaching some of the colour out of it. So I'm going to be using some alcohol cleaner on that first, just to clean that up, and then give it a good going over with this, and fingers crossed it will all look fun-dabby-dozy. So yeah, can't wait to get cracking. It's a beautiful sunny day. The only thing is you can't use this in direct sunlight, so I'm up against the clock a little bit. I'm sure it's not going to take too long, even though there seems to be an awful lot of plastic on the van. So yeah, let's get cracking and see how we get on. So that's me done with the Owtarol Polytrol Colour Restorer. It seemed to work really well. It was really easy to work with. Just don't put it on too thick, and take it off with a clean cloth. I ended up doing just about everything on the van. So door handles, the little hub covers on the wheels, the grille on the front of the van, just about everything that was plastic and dark grey or black got a coating in it, and it worked really well. One of the things I really wanted to do was I installed windows in the van, small windows in the back sides of the van, and when it's raining and the weather tends to leave sort of black streaks coming down from those. So what I did was I just put a little coating on the sealant around the edges there to hopefully try and seal it and stop the black streaks coming down the white van. So we'll see how that goes. I'll give you an update on that in a couple of months or so, just to let you know how things are going with that. And yeah, did the hubcap trims on the wheels, the door handles. The only thing that was a bit of a pain was on the bonnet. It's got, on the Sprinter, it's got a couple of kind of grills. One of them's a fake grill, one of them is actually part of the air intake for the something or other, one of the systems in the van. But yeah, they were a little bit difficult to try and get into with the cloth and fingers and things like that, but everything else seemed to go on really well. So the only thing I would say is that it is just a cover, so it does hopefully seal the bumpers and the plastic work on the van, but it didn't cover over. There's a couple of paint marks along some of the dark trim along the side of the van towards the back, and also the back bumper has been nudged quite a few times and is creased, and where it's creased it's gone a lot lighter. Didn't cover any of that. It didn't highlight it and it didn't hide it, so just something to bear in mind there. So total time to do all the plastic on the van was probably about an hour and 15 minutes, something like that. There's quite a lot of plastic on this van, with it being, well, with the size of it. So I mean, if you were doing a smaller van or something with not quite so much plastic on it, it would take very little time, I'd have thought. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how it fares, how it weathers. So really happy with how the van looks now. It's really made the plastics pop, and it's darkened them in, made them look a lot less faded, so it makes the van just look a little bit more loved. It was looking a bit neglected. We hadn't done much with it since we got back from travelling in August last year, so now it's looking clean. The plastics are looking much more bright and just a lot more loved and a lot more cared for. It's got its MOT coming up, so fingers crossed for that. I'm hoping that will go through no problems at all, but we'll see what happens with that. I'll update you on that, let you know how the MOT goes. But yeah, it's looking much fresher, much brighter, and a loved fan. If you like what you've seen, give me a like and subscribe for an update in a couple of months time, and I'll catch up with you again really soon. We've got plans to go to Portugal again. We're doing a 2-week adventure. We're leaving the UK at the end of July. We're going to a festival in Portugal, so we're going to be driving through France, through Spain, into Portugal, doing the festival, back through Spain, up to France, back to the UK in 2 weeks at the end of July. So I'll let you know our plans for that, and yeah, stay tuned and I'll catch you all again really soon. Cheers.